now I'm like, okay, how?
Good rising, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. We are waiting for Nick Caliendo. Where's Nick at? We're waiting for Nick. So there's new programs that Nick just called me about, and he's been invited. There he is. Go live with Nick. Nick. There you are. Hey, where'd Nick go? I wish there was a way to airplane mode my phone because I keep on getting calls and I keep interrupting.
Hey, what's up?
Nick, when I told you to come as you are,
Yeah,
I meant it.
you did. Those are styling. I wouldn't even call those. You said those are PJs. Those aren't PJs.
Yeah. So,
Those are styling. I like
Nick,
that.
what are you doing?
I have an echo.
I have it.
Hang on.
You guys hear the echo?
Let me see if I can fix. I don't hear it. Let me see if I can fix you.
Your headset is the truth.
How about now? Can you hear it?
How about now? Oh, perfect. Okay. So you called me. Well, you sent an email to the office and you said that there's a new program. And I just want to go really quickly through all of the programs that are currently available for people who are looking to purchase a home. So I want to talk about people that have a 500 credit score, people that have a 700 credit score, and let's do 3 of the most popular.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I got about 90%. If you have a 580 and up. What's
Nick, this time, don't mind me.
This isn't a mirror, Tayla. If you have about a 5, if you're looking 640, 580 to 640 in your credit score, I typically the minimum I can go for FHA is about 580. I usually use FHA. I often use it if you have a 580 to a 680, honestly, because below a 680, and I guess if we're trying to blanket most cases, if you're below a 680, you're not getting a great, you can get a conventional loan, but you're not getting the best rate. So 580 to 680, I tend to check out or advise on doing an FHA loan. They price out the best. They have some of the lowest rates. They have the low down payments that most people are looking for, and they're really forgiving on maybe some of the reasons why your score is at a 580. If you had some lates, if you had some collections, very forgiving on that stuff.
But no default. We have to remind people that you can have some of those issues. You don't have to have the best credit, but you cannot have any defaults.
Right, and that's why those situations we just try to get a look at your credit report first. A lot of people have trouble with credit, and that's usually the first time I talk to them. They're not sure where they are. They don't know where they're starting from. So I try to get a look at their full credit report. We're not trying to get you on the hook when we're trying to pull your credit. So there's people feel certain ways about, you want to trust who you work with. You want to make sure that we're not throwing you aside. And when I pull credit, first thing I'm doing is combing through all those things. That's my job. And then sometimes when you have defaults or you have a past foreclosure or a short sale or in transfer of deed in lieu situation, there's a timeline on how long you're going to take to qualify again. That's not everybody's situation. I'd say that the vast majority of people, first-time home buyers that don't have a ton of money saved up, don't have the best credit in the world, FHAs, we do a ton of those.
So your office just got connected with a new program. What is that program?
Yeah, so we just got. Sorry, I had a phone call came in.
Oh, okay, no worries.
Lost you. So we just got connected with a bunch of new programs. So that's part of the brokering side is we get access to different lenders, different programs all the time, and where we have had access to a lot of the best and some of the best lenders with some of the best rates, quick turn times, but there were definitely some voids we wanted to fill, which we did. So some of those allowed us to do some unique things. One that, and I'm going to roll these out week by week, but I want to use them now, so I'm probably going to honestly roll them out day by day. But one unique one that not a lot of people can do is household financing, household income without a credit report. So at face value, no one really knows what that means. What's that?
That sounds impossible.
So, yeah, it's actually, for a lot of people that don't know a lot about mortgages, people actually have asked in the past if they could do something like that, which we could not. You typically, if anything you have in your profile is being used, we have to use all of it. So meaning if your husband wants to use his income, he's got to be on the loan. We have to adopt his credit score, his debt, his credit, his income, which is usually the case as you want to add somebody on your mortgage because they bring something to the table, usually income, that'll help your pre-approval amount grow. So,
and so that's everybody, right? Like everybody had to, if your sister was going to be on the loan, if your mom was going to be on the loan, everybody had to get credit pulled, and you went by the lowest credit score, right?
Yep. So that's typically what happens.
I think Nick just got another phone call.
I'm getting beeps. I'm getting blown up. I have a lot of clients to process right now.
No worries. No worries.
So, if you're on the loan, with me at least, I'm unaware of what other lenders could have done.
We're not talking about other lenders. We're talking about you.
But with me, that's especially that's something we had to have. So if you needed, if you wanted to use someone else on your loan, we had to pull their credit, get their, all of their info, and they had to be on the loan. Meaning, and when you have two people on a loan,
up for a lot of people. So I'm going to be, there's a client of ours in the past that could have afforded a different property had this program been rolled out.
Was that probably a year and a half ago? They closed. About
8 months ago. And
but we first got in touch a long time ago.
Yeah. So that was the problem that we were having. We were having where both of the husband and the wife made good money. The husband's credit was ridiculous. And I remember his credit being so high and hers being so low. And Nick's like, listen, we got two options. She either goes on the loan and we have to pull her credit and her credit's going to affect everything else, or we don't put her on the loan at all. And she didn't end up making it to the loan, and they ended up having to purchase based off his income alone. So I think that this is probably one of the most important programs for you guys to be aware of, because it opens the gate to so many couples that has one person that is financially savvy and the other one that doesn't know what the fuck they're doing with their finances. And so, like, I can speak from experience. I am in one of those relationships. And so, and I know how much it affects the household as a whole. And you go from being able to purchase a home that's $250,000 to, with this program, now being able to purchase a home that's $375,000. And that's a whole lot of home that you can purchase. And that's a whole another zip code that you can purchase in. So I just want people to be extremely mindful of their finances. And when they talk about equally yoked with somebody in a relationship, you better find somebody that's a financial beast. You looking for people to be beast in bedrooms. You need somebody to be the beast at the bank because
I
they
thought I was
throwing
the only
away money
person
on dumb shit.
I thought I was the only person that used the term yoked. I use that a lot.
And you guys just recently started a program with Maha, right? You guys just got connected. Well, the math.
Yep. So we just got linked up with Mass Housing, the 100% financing, and which underwrites directly to them, just like anyone else. So we also have there are certain reasons why that will be the number one choice for
What's
certain
one
situations. Number one, the main reason is I think the best reason is you want to buy and this is my opinion, you want to buy a single family house. You can buy a multifamily house, Mass Housing, but I think the best reason would be you want to buy a single family house. You don't have the down payment funds to do it, and you qualify. You're within the income limits. Mass Housing has great MI, better than FHA, and you plan on living in that house long term, which is why I say single family. As you know, Mass Housing, you got to live in the house for the life of the loan. Sometimes on a multi, people don't want to live in a multi-family house forever.
However,
so if you want to switch out of that, you got two options. You can get a multifamily Mass Housing, but you're either going to have to wait 10 years till you have 25% equity in that house, possibly, and then refinance into an investment and then move out, or you can refinance into another program, owner occupied, live in it for another year, and then move out. Either way, it's a two-step process. We have some cool alternatives that are 100% financing for conventional loan for 1 to 2 units, which accomplishes the same thing you're trying to do. It just requires a little bit higher of a credit score, 750. So Mass Housing 720, this would be 750. Which, if you're at a 720, we'll get you to a 750 quick. We'll show you how. So depending on what you're trying to do, there's a lot of some good access to some unique programs that, depending on who you are, what situation you're in, one might be best. I never try to push one. We have access to a lot for a reason. Everybody's different. But as far as this, you nailed it. I mean, if you got a spouse, most commonly you got a spouse, and you both, one has income, that you both have income, but one just the credit isn't there. Typically in a mortgage, that's what the mortgage company uses, and that's what you're.
There's a client that we're gonna have to wrap this up like now because I need you to call. Okay. I need you to call. You know who, and his mom.
Yes. Oh wait.
Yeah, we didn't even think about that. So for everybody who's watching who had questions, there's plenty of more questions that we will get to at a later date. And I know that I've done lives with other loan officers. So Nick, I'm gonna snitch on myself right now. I be cheating on you sometimes, but it's only because of temperament. So I get a feel for my clients, and I know my lenders, and I know how my lenders work, and I know their personalities, and I know that I just want, like, I'm the matchmaker. So there's certain people that I match with Nick, and there's certain people that I match with other loan officers. But when it comes to Nick, I like how Nick will get in your ass, but he won't be a pain in the ass. And it's a really good trait to have, Nick. Like, you get in people's ass on what they would need to do, how they need to do it, and all transparency. All of my clients that are that need babysitting, that need to be coached, that need their hands held, I'm like, Nick, because Nick will babysit your ass all day. Where some other loan officers are like, listen, if you don't do this, I'm not gonna, I can't help you. I'm not gonna help you until you do this. And some people need for you to actually break it down and tell them step by step. And then I have other clients that don't need that and just, need to go to a shark. So Nick is my dolphin. And if we're talking about
like
personality traits, and Ryan here is another. I would love for Ryan and Nick to meet up because that actually would be a good idea to have like an industry party, but not instead of like models and promoters, it's like real estate agents, loan officers, and attorneys.
Yeah,
I
because
think that
well,
sounds
here's
like
the
a
thing.
plan.
Sometimes us LOs have to talk to each other. If we're not with each other, we have to talk to each other because, hey, you have a good relationship. You have a circle of people that you work with professionally. Maybe there's something I can't do that they can do. Maybe there's something they can't do that I can. That's just the nature of it. So
Yeah, and every
we're on the
brokerage
same
is
team.
different. Absolutely. So
We're on
Nick,
the
I
same
thank
team.
you. I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you have any questions, call me 617-459-0041. Y'all like that? You see the award? I'm
I
over here
love it.
trying to get
Oh
my
yeah.
taxes together. These taxes ain't no joke, boo, at all.
Can I and follow me or friend me, Nick Caliendo, Superior Rate Mortgage, and
What's the phone
Tayla,
number, Nick? Nick, let
it's
me get one of them superior rate candles, though.
Oh yeah, you like that candle?
I
probably
really
have
do.
one. I have one right here.
617.
774-225-1742.
Say it again.
And 774-225-1742.
Nick Caliendo. So I thank you.
Thank
I love
you.
you. I appreciate you. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you have any other questions, you can inbox me. You can inbox Nick, or you can give us a call.
Thank you so much, Tayla. You're the best.
Bye.